Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Tuesday, August 4th. You can see temperatures mainly in the upper 50s. Cooler, drier air filtering in from the northwest is going to keep us on the cool side the next couple of days with highs mainly in the 70s, lows in the 50s. Now there might be a chance of a scattered shower across northeast lower Michigan. We'll show that on the weather map here in just a bit. But very impressive storms on Sunday, and the next couple of slides show you some pretty ominous pictures. This one here, if you were living here in the Pigeon area, this is certainly a very scary looking cloud formation as that storm rolled into town. And you can see this kind of a storm can produce some pretty significant weather. These hailstorms, baseball and softball size hail occurring around the West Branch area, and the National Weather Service and Gaylord looking at this, could be some of the largest hail ever reported in northern lower Michigan. So very impressive Sunday system across much of the state. And if we look at the wind flow now, however, we see our winds coming out of the north-northwest from the upper Midwest into the Great Lakes. And again, that's bringing in that cooler, drier air. And you can see that cold front now well off to our southeast. At the surface, high pressure is going to be moving in, give us a couple of nice days again. We expect a little wiggle in the atmosphere, though, to run across the northern part of the state. And that could touch off some afternoon showers and maybe even a thunder shower. Best bet it would be to be showers, mainly from the Rogers City to Traverse City to Bay City area, again off into the northeast part of the state. If we look at the forecast map over the next 7 days from the WPC as far as precipitation, you can see the main area of precipitation well off to our south, but a series of northern stream systems now look to get a little bit more moisture into the Great Lakes than some of the previous models, and we'll have to see what the trend is on that. We got a couple of days to look at that. Our next system across the Great Lakes that could bring us some rain will be a cold front, a little bit better defined cold front that will be moving into the area on Thursday night. Out ahead of it, could see some showers and thunderstorms across the northern part of the state. And then for Thursday night, as that cold front moves through, much of the rest of the area will have at least a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And again, we'll have to watch later forecast models on the upcoming waves. You'll see in the National Weather Service forecast, zone forecast, a lot of 20% chances of precipitation over the next 5 days. That's mainly due to timing. Once we see some of these individual waves come through, you'll see those precipitation forecasts go up. But again, timing those systems at this point is a little bit difficult. But certainly looks like a little bit moisture and not as cold of a pattern as it looked like the last couple of days, as the models are all trending a little bit warmer and a little bit wetter. You can see as far as growing degree days, the last couple of weeks, yesterday we showed you some individual areas compared to the last few years. This is a Breckenridge location as of last night, and you can see these last couple of weeks have been pretty good. It's allowed us to move right up into about the 20-year average as far as growing degree days, so not bad. If we take a look at the Breckenridge soil moisture here in central Michigan, you can see this is the 2-inch level. You can see until we had last Wednesday's half-inch of rain, we were very, very dry at the top surface, but no real stress as the lower moistures, and we'll look at those in just a second, were plentiful as far as moisture goes. And you can see we tried to dry up the surface again, and then boom, here's our here's our Sunday rain, dropping us back to the very wet conditions at the 2-inch level. If we scroll down here to the 8-inch level, if I can get this in the right position, you can see prior to that last week's rain, we were still in a pretty decent position at the 8-inch level as far as moisture. But then when we get that half-inch, again, it takes us right back down to some very wet conditions, and that's where we continue. You can see just as it's starting to recover, we get more rain on Sunday. And again, the 8-inch level quite moist. And if we go to the 16-inch level, you can see, again, we were just starting to get into some of the favorable moisture areas, but at this level, we want it to be quite moist so the plants will have moisture to draw from in the event we do have dry weather. And you can see very wet conditions down at 16 inches for the plants to utilize that moisture. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, and 73s to all.